Good to see everybody.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What up?
Welcome to the stream.
What's
Waka,
up,
waka,
Jessica?
waka.
I'm not fucking saying waka waka anymore. God damn it.
Kara,
Well,
how's
I
it going?
am. I mean, someone's got to
Stan,
say it now.
You know, kiss my ass. Or you
I don't
welcome
think you have
everybody
to ask. You
watching
look like you're
watching
pretty
the
skinny.
stream and those who watch it after it's over. Welcome. What's up, Boza?
welcome,
What up,
welcome.
brother?
Kara,
Waka, waka.
Ozak.
What's up, Heather?
Welcome, welcome.
If you ain't seen this,
So Stan's here.
if you read the pin comment, the show is dedicated to one of our first supporters and longtime friend, Mother Elfin Balls. So her links up there to go support her.
Mother
She's been with this show since it started, and we were on a different group before this. So
And she usually does egg cutting videos live.
yep.
Auctions or egg cutting videos, I think the only time I've seen her go live, I think.
And the link's in the description too. So always is every show. So
every show.
what's up,
They're better
Micah?
than I am. I don't do none of that. Like
You
they
pipe
do.
down, Ken. I'm tired of hearing your lip.
Okay, I'll pipe down.
What's up, Lakers?
He says, okay.
Well, gotta
Welcome,
respect
welcome.
It's your show. I gotta respect you. I do have some of that respect.
Micers, welcome, welcome.
You need to fill out that description and put stuff in there, because like in every one of our descriptions, I've got, not only both our channel links, but I've got our PayPal's, all our stuff like that. I have address
All
if
the
you need to
normal
send
social
anything.
media bullshit's up in there.
Yep.
See, your
Links
house
to other
teaches me how
social
to
media.
do that.
Timothy, welcome, welcome.
What's
My
up,
kids
Timothy?
quit teaching me how to do things, so I don't know how to do none of that.
It's not that hard.
Oh my fucking god!
Just put descriptions and put people's links in. It's like on your show. Like, is that where you do it? Like, I think I just figured it out, but I've never done it before.
Yeah, like when you fill your
can do it
description
for
out
every
in
video.
YouTube, not on
Yeah.
StreamYard, but you go in YouTube, you go to
Yeah.
edit, and in description, you just copy their link and then put their name and their link right behind it.
You can actually set up your description too in your deal to where it's like there's certain shit that'll pop up every time already in there.
Yeah,
like,
mine's on
for
a saved.
some
I just
reason,
Yeah.
do you know how like you put like ball pythons, or if you're doing your frogs, you put frogs or whatever, and other things that would like help YouTube get it to the right crowd? Like,
Oh, you
for,
mean
mean
like
tags?
hashtags and shit and tags?
tags.
Yeah. For 2 days, all my hashtags appeared. I had none, and my videos were getting like 2, 3 views. And then I figured it out on my own.
What's up, TJ?
TJ, welcome, welcome.
Well,
You know what?
supposedly they say that if on shorts, I don't even do that on shorts. I put no tags, no nothing on shorts.
I always put hashtag shorts in the title.
Yeah, in the title, but I don't put them down in the tag area. I don't do none of that. So,
well,
No,
that seemed to help my videos. I don't know.
well, there's going to be times that I put out videos every day, and you might only get with shorts. You might get a day that you only get a couple views, and then the next day you might get a bunch more. It's just crazy like that.
I've noticed when I drop like 2 or 3 right after each other, there's always one that like dives and don't do good. I can't read that. I bet Ken. I better get closer.
Some bananas out.
Yeah, I would dance. Why not? I mean, I don't know about the bananas. I would just dance to dance. I mean, I don't mind. I can't dance. I suck at it, but I'll still get up there and cut a rug. Why not?
God, I don't even want to hear about that, let alone visually see it.
Oh, it's just dancing. I ain't gonna try to be grinding on anyone. Like, I don't grind. I'm not like a dirty dancer.
See, now it went all the way from dancing to grinding now, just like that.
Well, you was like
What's up, Uncle
talking
Todd?
about something that was like provocative, and I don't dance provocatively.
I don't even know.
I don't
why
know.
we're
He
still
wanted
talking
to. He
about
wanted
you
to see
dancing
Gary's
begin
nub
with.
last
You're
night.
scaring
So
me. I do want to see the nub. If Gary's watching, get your fucking ass up here and let's see the nub. He talks shit about everything in his goddamn life. I want to see the nub. People say they seen the nub. I want to see the nub.
At least it's not saying you want to rub it. I mean, that would have been too far.
Timothy, no, I haven't. I should. I was, he's but maybe an hour from me. Him and Mike Wilbanks both are only about an hour, if that. Maybe not even that far from me.
Where are you at again, Irondogg?
Bob Clark and Mike Wilbanks.
What happened there?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Hear you.
I don't know. It looked like he clicked it off and come back on.
Yeah, that was weird.
We all did it.
No, just
Yeah.
No, just you. It was just you.
Mine didn't flicker. Irondogg's didn't flicker. Just you.
Yeah, just you.
And
And it even made the noise when you come back in.
Internet.
Huh.
And even made the noise when you come back in, like add guest.
Me and my internet and phone company, Xfinity, because they got my cell phone and my cable, I'm fighting with them bastards.
That's why. What's up, Luke?
Welcome.
They applied my mobile bill this month to my cable bill, which put me like $200 credit. What sense does that make? That's where it was supposed to go. Like their automated system messed up and put it on my cable, not my mobile. I'm
If you
pissed.
still got to pay it, what's the difference?
No, like my bill's due like the 5th. Since it's due the 5th, they wouldn't refund the full amount.
Yeah.
So it's just like, all right, like since I called in, the mobile gave me basically extension to where I wouldn't get any late charges, but they wouldn't refund the whole $265, so I could send it to my mobile bill. It was just like, what fucking sense does that make? Like, if you're gonna keep it and refund me,
they're gonna
like
create as much paperwork as possible to cause havoc. Fucking pieces.
Yeah, Timothy, I'd like to. I got offered to go work there, but at the time it was a little over an hour from me, and I was like, man, I don't want to drive over an hour every day to work, that far just to go, I mean, yeah, it'd be cool to go play with big retics and stuff, but I mean,
just walk by.
be
My daughter don't like being on live, so she was putting her.
Oh, I
plus
see that.
$5
Yeah.
plus $5 toll fee each way, so that'd be $10 a day just in tolls. So
Yeah, that'd be a bummer.
She don't
which
like
is
social
stupid.
media in general, or just the fact that you're her weirdo dad?
In general.
Oh. Usually my kids, where I was just,
a weirdo dad.
My kids still think they're grown, and they're all like, I can't believe my dad does social media. It's like, well, fuck, what's a fucking big deal,
Yeah. She just don't like to be on camera. She's camera shy.
Yeah, well, tell them I still, they're the ones they give you super chats, so you're doing something right.
What's that, Justin?
So, Stan asked what your first clutch was this year.
It's probably going to be.
Let her know we seen her. Let her know we seen her.
Yeah, we seen her. We seen her.
They seen you. Now she went back there and bitched to her mom. They fucking seen me.
Tell her it's okay. We're famous and shit.
That's
Tell her
funny.
we're famous on the TikTok.
My pod clutch is probably going to be my first one. By the looks of it. It was the first one. It was like one of the first 3 that locked up, so it wouldn't surprise me.
How long have you been locking up snakes there, Junior?
Since like November, mid-November.
He's still waiting on his first clutch, is what he's saying, Stan. He's had locks and everything. He just hasn't got no eggs yet. So.
And I got a lot of females looking promising.
There you go. But I mean,
it's not about
hopefully they go.
You just wait for that ovulation.
It looks promising, and they're still locking. I mean, they don't want to eat all the time. They're sitting on the cold side a lot. They roll on their sides. And, I don't know. They just.
Well, if they're still locking, then they're not done yet.
Well, I'm still locking. I still put males in.
Yeah. Then there's time.
Until I see eggs, I'm putting males in. I don't care.
All right. But I mean, just I mean, fingers crossed they go.
They just won't even do nothing. They'll just stay on each side of the tub. Once you see that a couple times, there's no point in really putting them in anymore.
Well, that's basically what 2 of them or 3 of them are doing. Like chill out on, like, lay next to each other on the heat strip. One here, one in this corner. You know what I mean? Just chilling. Like, they don't even want to interlock and, you know, twist around like the other ones do. But
baby snakes are not hard to feed.
Some can be, yes. I've had a few that I've had to assist feed, but most of the time, most of them ate. But you know,
you give them.
But I, you know, like Rob had a snake. Rob had the same pairing 2 years in a row. In the first year, every one of them ate, not a problem. The next year, he had to assist feed every one of them babies, and it was the same pairing.
That was one of the first live streams that I had that was restricted because I think the egg we were doing the assist feeding on the live.
So it's just crazy that the same pairing 1 year all the snakes ate great, had good healthy snakes, and next year you had to assist feed every one of them. It was just like, I mean, every snake, dude.
Now,
you know,
like, have yins paired like same snakes year after year? Like you do, if you have experience with that?
No.
Because I'm wondering, like, you know, say you paired a snake and, you know, it's like a visual to the head, and 1 year you get like 4 or 5 clowns out of 6 eggs, and the next year they laid like 6 eggs and then you got 4 to 5 clowns. Like, is that pretty consistent? And
no,
like,
I mean, you could do it and not, you might not get no clowns, you know.
Yeah, I think it's just that's where everybody always prays to the odd gods. I mean, all we can do is mathematically know the numbers and then hope for the best. I mean,
I'm asking that because, like, my pied looks like a no white pied because there's no tracks on the bottom at all. Her belly's like all white and it comes up the side a little bit. You know what I mean? Like all the way up. And, you know, just it's weird. I mean, it's not ringers. It's just like the pattern comes down and turns into white. There's nothing there. But she kind of looks like
let's see this snake.
No white pied.
Where is it at?
Let's see. Pied because it was a panda pied to an OD firefly het pied.
I think you're smoking dope.
It was pastel firefly.
I think you're smoking dope.
Pastel.
I think you're smoking
OD firefly. Yellow belly OD firefly. That's what it was.
How many times are you going to change the fucking story here?
Well, because I just got to remember what it was.
Oh.
If you go look on Morph Market, you can see the female, and it says the pairing on it. But she was sold to me as a black pewter het pied, but he thinks that fire's in it. Because of how she grew up, her pattern's more defined. It didn't fade out. She's not like brown. You don't look like the other black pewters. She's like actually kept her color. She yellowed up a little bit.
Well, Todd, there's a lot of people in here. If you need one, just hit them up. They'd hook you up.
She's a cool snake, though. I don't think I'll ever get rid of her. Because she can make pandas. I mean, I'll make panda pies every year if I can.
Hopefully she proves out, huh?
The thing about that snake is this line of black pastel.
Everybody wants to see her. Go get her.
I said that fucking half an hour ago. Nobody listened to me. Don't make excuses. Unless she ate 20 minutes ago, go get her.
Unless she's locking or something, then don't worry about it. But I mean, other than that, you know.
She's done locking. They're just laying on. They might be. I don't know. I'll see what it looks like.
All right.
Well, if you haven't paired, just leave them alone. Unless that's one that just ain't doing it no more.
Then leave it alone. Take it to the vet 10 times.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because if he's pairing snakes and they haven't done nothing for a couple of times, he shouldn't just keep doing it. That's just going to cause chaos. Not chaos, but unwanted stress. Our bitch don't want that fool in there the whole time. Once she's done with him, she don't want nothing to do with him hanging around. She wants the dirty ass out the tub.
I've heard some people when they see, you know, when they pair them and they see a 1 or 2 visual locks at them, they never pair them again.
Yeah.
You know, they say that's, you know, but
it's like, that's all they should need. No, I just kind of put them together.
You know, but I don't know how, you know, how good a success rate they had either. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, in my experience only, I guess I'll say is it's pretty clear when they're done. I've never really had like a, you know, you throw them in there, they slither right together. Fucking couple hours later, they're fucking sliming around trying to be hooking themselves up. You know,
right.
But you know, if I throw them in there and one's on one end, one's the other end, a couple times they're out.
No tracks, huh?
Yeah.
That snake ain't no pied, fool.
Let's see the bottom end of her, the very bottom end of her, towards the tail.
She don't like that.
Well, yeah, if somebody was grabbing you by the cooch, what would you think? Poor kid's
I
trying
guess
to.
the tail does have tracks. See how the tail does?
Well, kind of.
You got a white tip on her tail?
No. But she came from a panda pied, so I know she's half pied.
Right. Yeah, I seen that elephant snake you got too.
The what?
Oh, I was talking somewhere in chat.
Oh, I was like, elephant snake. What the fuck are you talking about?
I was like, was you talking about the one with the swollen lip?
Oh.
I thought everybody was talking about my pecker.
All right, I'm going to go put her back. If that's Lady Lane, I think she's pretty close to laying.
All right.
She's pretty fat.
No.
Well, if she's that close to, if you really think she's that close to laying, get that fucking male out of there and leave her alone. Let her relax.
Picked up a nice clown and an elephant snake.
I think I did see the clown. I don't remember.
And the elephant trunk snake. They're like a water snake, kind of. They live in the water. They're cool.
Oh, I think I did. I think I did see the clown, and then it looked like a fish tank kind of thing. A snake in the fish tank. Yeah, I did see it.
Yep.
That clown did look good. Very good.
What's up, Dylan?
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back. Puff them if you got them. If you don't, have a drink or something. Fuck, I don't know. Have some cocoa. Do something. It's like whatever your pleasure is, partake in it. If it's chocolate, weed, whatever. See, now I tell that to the wife. She just grabs a bunch of chocolate and she's happy as a box of rocks. You know what I'm saying? She do love some chocolate. Like more than most people should love some chocolate.
That mahogany Mojave I got, she's kind of just blowing up too. She's only been locking.
Well, like the ovulation, when you're waiting for that, it'll be like extremely big and then it'll kind of go back down. It's not just going to stay big. It's going to, it'll be like, oh my God, why does she look so swollen? And then, you know, and then it'll kind of go away. And then, you know, then wait about 2.5, 3 weeks.
I put out a gravel short that I said, I think that's ovulation.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell, but like right there where she was turning, like it went out a half inch, like it rose a good half inch and then bubbled out.
When I thought my snake was ovulating, which she did ovulate at the time I thought she did, but I was like, man, she just, I mean, it wasn't like over big like a couple of my other snakes were, but it was like she was big. So I was like, I'm pretty sure that was the ovulation, you know, and it turned out to be. But sometimes it's like, you know, like really big. It's like, I remember, I think it was the Firefly or the Super Pastel, one of those. Last year was like, holy shit, is there something wrong with my snake? I mean, it was like, you know, did they eat another?
Did you swallow a football?
Yeah, did I leave the male in here and she eat the fucker? It was like, what the hell, you know? It was like, but yeah, it was just an ovulation. But this one was pretty good size, but not quite like that other one.
It's like a tiny cannon. Yeah, I bet they're cool looking though.
Like you couldn't tell because she was rolled up, but I think pretty much think it was.
Yeah.
And fuck
all them do gadgets and shit. If you just read the snake, she'll tell you everything you need to know.
Oh, she's acting just like, that's what I mean. Like she's a month behind though, but she's acting like she's getting close too, from my opinion, just looking.
Yeah, and it just depends. I mean, there's, you could
like how
be
quick
breeding
can
you
it
could be
happen?
breeding your snakes and have some go early and some go later, have late clutches. So it just depends on them.
I know it's like an impossible number, but like say you got a lock, it worked out right the first time, that she was already forming follicles and like it just went the quickest that it could. Like how quick can it happen?
Depends on when you lock them up.
Well, that's what I'm saying, from the lock. Like you lock them up, they lock, good lock. How quick can it happen?
Well, the whole process, usually like on paper, it's basically about 6 to 8 months, depending on,
That's what I'm getting. But like I said, this one's been locking since February, but for some reason she just looked like I don't know. I got too fat too fast. Like I don't know.
When did you start locking her?
Like February, the end of February, beginning of March. Like I wasn't expecting her to be, gain any size like that real quick, but she just seriously like a good inch in girth. And you notice that. Like when you look at
maybe
them
she
every
just hit
day.
a spurt or something too. You never know. I mean,
I'm not sure, but she just got fat and looks really juicy, like she's full with eggs, like real quick.
You know how to
Quicker than
palpate?
the other ones, anyways.
You know how to palpate your snakes?
Cool.
Or you can tell, you know how to palpate your eggs or your snake for eggs?
Yeah, you kind of run your finger down the belly and see if you feel marbles. I mean, I haven't done that to her yet because I was just like, beginning of March, late February, I'll let her go. But I think I might want to check her just to see what I feel.
I don't like my clown girl. I didn't when I tried to do her a couple times and I really couldn't tell. But I think I'm too timid. I don't like I don't
February.
I don't think I squeeze hard enough.
I don't like putting pressure anywhere either, but like I tell you what, I got some balls with that having to open that snake's mouth and look in it. Like that took some balls for me anyways. Like I'm
the
so
first
proud
year
of myself for doing that. Like
the first year when I bred, I tried to pulpate both of them, and one I could feel the eggs instantly, and the other one I couldn't feel them at all. And that was the same thing with this one. I couldn't quite tell if they were there or not, but I think it's just I don't give enough squeeze. Low life.
That's a good sign, Stan.
Yeah,
got 5 locks, and then no female don't want nothing to do with it anymore.
Marbles are a little bit bigger than marbles. They're like 50-cent piece balls, like the bottom of a 50-cent piece, maybe.
Oh yeah.
I get a ball.
Well, yeah, it's like it depending on when you're doing it. It's like you just kind of feel like there's a bunch of golf balls in there, kind of just.
Golf balls would be a good way to feel it. Yeah.
Yeah. But depending on how far along she is, it's going to feel bigger and bigger. But I don't know. I think even a lot of that shit, just like even if you pulpate them or you don't or you do this, it's like.
What's up, Venom?
I'm a firm believer. You just lock them up until they're fucking done. Like I said, the woman, she'll tell you when she's done. If they quit, you put them together and they don't lock within a couple of days, then they're not going to do it anymore. They're just done. And then you just wait.
I start feeling bad for the male because I don't got another female for that male, and he gets frustrated.
Oh, he'll be fine. Well, whack him off or something. What are you going to do? You can't give him like a fake one.
Yeah, I know. Makes me want to just go buy another het hide just to have something to lock them.
Well, that's like any animal. If you tried to supply enough to make them fucking completely happy, you'd have too many animals,
Right. Tell you what, I'm proud of Walter. He's been keeping up with 4 females, like locking pretty good, like steady locks, and he hasn't went off food. He just he's been doing good. Like for a first year breeder. Like he was probably like 900 grams when I started letting him breed, though. When my females got big enough to breed, so he was pretty big.
What's up, Venom?
And he's getting it in.
Oh yeah, like the clown that I used the first year to breed, because I didn't use him this year. Yeah,
Right.
I'm always thinking he's gonna bite me. Normally he's not like that, but he didn't get no pussy this year, so he's upset
Yeah.
with the fella, I think. Yeah,
Like
he's
he
all
gets
mad at
bitchy
me.
when you could tell he starts bucking my hand when I go to touch him and pick him up, you know? Get off me, motherfucker. You give me no
Your
shit.
snake tries to fuck your hand?
No, they buck, like tense their muscle up and kick your
Oh,
hand
yeah.
off. They like buck it.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like, leave me alone.
Yeah, it's like, dude, what the fuck?
Mm.
But when he smells that female, he's all calm.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing. They like them ladies. Oh, yeah. It's not burning good now. Oh, there we go.
Relight.
Hey.
He squeezed it enough. That's pretty neat.
Don't you worry about it. Tuck up.
You know, if
It
you would
does,
just
doesn't
like
it?
drop alcohol in the sport, that's alcohol abuse. No, wasting weed is weed abuse.
What do you mean I sound like I got a cold?
It does.
Yeah. That one hurt.
I don't have a cold.
I don't have a cold. So, Irondogg, do you have any snakes breeding this year?
Yeah.
I don't have none at all.
Only his
none?
trouser snake. Only his trouser
Yep.
snake.
I thought you had some.
Nope.
If the fucker ever moved, he'd have some.
You're not. So it's like you're not allowed to have them in your building.
Do you see his name? It just says Irondogg now. It doesn't say Irondogg Reptiles because the motherfucker got none. You hear me?
I've always put it up like that, doofus. No,
You
I
have
just,
plans of getting
yeah, I
them?
can
Sounded like
where
it
I'm
didn't
at,
make sense.
but I just, just really ain't no room. So
You just put out a video a minute ago. You over there putting out videos when we're on the live? What kind of bullshit is that?
Who?
what are you talking
You.
about? No.
No, that motherfucker down there.
I didn't put a video out.
Oh, well, it says. It says 648. What's in your rack? That's you, isn't it? LMK.
Yeah, but I don't know. Then you just got notified of it. That was this morning.
Oh. I don't know. See, that's crazy because it says 648 1 minute ago.
I don't know if I'll ever like have a place that I'm living in and I'm not doing this because I mean I fell in love with this shit, guys. Like this is awesome. Like this is what I want to do.
Is that why your racks are
All right.
sticky?
My what? My rats.
Is that why your racks are sticky?
Sticky. Racks. Sticky. I don't get it.
You said you fell in love with it. Never mind.
Yeah. Oh. Funny guy.
Fucking Jesus, man. It's like leading the fucking blind around here. It's like childcare. You can't even tell a joke. You got to explain yourself
I didn't
every
get
time.
that one. I
Well,
usually get their
slow.
sense of humor, but I just did not get that one. It went over my
So
head.
why don't you tell everybody about how you make your hides? So maybe you can give out a little tip to somebody that wants to save some money.
So I mean, I'm not going to take
Slap
credit
him
for
on the
this, 'cause I didn't
solo.
figure it
Make
out.
him feel important and shit.
But
Yeah.
Jane from Hats and Tails like taught me this, that you can make hides out of basketballs. Walmart has them for $5. You get a basketball, you cut it in half, you cut an opening in it, and there's one hide, and then you got another hide. So 2 for $5.
Are you sure the rubber isn't bad for the snakes?
I wash it. I mean, and it really stays. I like the rubber inside because it has a powder in it, and you got to wash it out. I wash it out and sterilize it real good. But the condensation like kind of gathers up at the rubber.
Yeah. Next time you're gonna do a little demonstration like this, you should get the booger out your nose.
I've got a booger. Liar. But like the condensation gathers on the rubber and it stays up there, and I think it keeps like the inside of that hot, because I keep it over the hot side and they get in here and it's like all nice and drippy in there and humid, and I think it works pretty good. I don't know. That's behind.
There you go.
2 for $5, Walmart.
There you go. That's your budget tightwad snake tip of the day.
Yeah, your budget tightwad redneck tip of the day. You can take me off solo now.
No.
Oh, damn.
Do you feel like you're all pressured and stuff?
No, I don't know. Not really. Fuck it. It only takes me a second to adjust.
I don't like that shit at all when I'm by myself. Bugs the shit out of
You like
fellas.
the rubber in there, huh? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I agree.
I didn't like to use rubbers on the other, things, so I got to like it somewhere. I just never used them.
Oh, that's pretty good. Well, you know that tightwad's reusing. He's reusing those motherfuckers too.
Thanks,
you know
Uncle
he
Todd.
is old tightwad over here.
Yeah, you could go to thrift
stores
and find the used basketballs for $1. They still work.
What's up, RL?
Mariah, welcome.
What's up? What up? Yeah, but used basketballs still work too.
Yep.
Oh, I can't be using no used basketball with my snake.
Well, why not? Just sterilize it. That's all. Clean it. Scrub it.
Look, see, there's always somebody. Stams, I'll use to go to the fucking dollar store. You can spend $1.
Yep.
All right,
you can get 5 for $1.
If they got them for $1, more power to you. I go to Walmart, get them for $5.
No, he said
you can get 5 for $5. See,
you go get a tub for $5. That's funny. There's always somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I like using basketballs, all right?
Because you're a fucking
I thought
weirdo.
It was a very smart idea. Put Uncle Todd's comment back up. He thought it was a good idea.
Fucking, it's like the monkey following the monkey over here. Blind leading the blind. Fucking Jesus. I am ripped.
Yeah, I'm pretty good there too, bud. I got it with the 2 stone before my show last night. I was just good thing I had Ken on and he was drinking a little because he kept talking. Go ahead, dude.
He's all literally look at Heather, see? They're literally $5.
Well, you get 2 for $5. You're doubling it. I was thinking about football, but the basketballs just seem, more roomy.
Welcome.
What up, Vern? I'm not destroying all right, well, no. Don't do anything that
you got people all up in a fucking uproar over this fucking basketball.
I got a Larry Bird and a Kevin McHale signed basketball. You're not going to see them cut in half, used as hides. All right, those are put up.
Just remember, ladies and gentlemen,
6,
at the bottom of the screen, is a fine example of why not to smoke fentanyl.
I'm drug free. I'm 4 years clean, except weed. I have my medical card. So
now this motherfucker should be the poster boy for birth control at all health centers.
Probably. Hell yeah. I'd be it. I'd do it.
He said I'd do
it. Put the rubber. What did that say? Did you put the rubber in what? You put the rubber in the... No, I don't. I don't have gerbils. If anyone's near central Pennsylvania and needs guinea pigs for feeding or hell, you want them pets, I know people use them to cut their grass. I could get guinea pigs all sizes for $3.50
So you
piece.
go from what Venom says to guinea pigs?
Well, I'm just saying, my friend got 200, 300 guinea pigs, and he's selling them for $3.50.
$3.50 for a guinea pig.
$3.50 for a guinea pig.
Are they live?
He has some live. He has some frozen too. $3.50. Central PA.
Plastic pumpkins cutting. Somebody's gonna find a bigger, better deal, Ken. It doesn't matter what
there
you do.
you go, MKR. There you go. I mean, I wasn't
And
trying to go totally
and that'd be
cheap.
that'd look
you
good
know.
for your pied too. That'd go good with your pied if it's got like the little smiley face like jack-o'-lantern, you know.
Yeah, it does got a smiley face. I think it cracks me up just because like there's a smiley face on a pie. They call it an emoji pie. That
Yeah,
just cracks
people
me
pay
up.
more money for that shit.
Well, it don't even look like an emoji, and they're calling it an emoji pie.
No, there's a couple of them that do.
I agree. There is a couple of them that do. Mine looks like like a Chinese
You mean a
thing,
yin yang?
or something, whatever you want to call them. Asian. I'll call them Asian. An Asian one because it had slant eyes.
Well, that's like we used to have a buddy in the community. He used to have a pied that had a 6-9 symbol on it. Basically,
That's cool.
it looked like a yin yang, but it also looked like a 6-9, and it was funny because the whole rapper thing and shit. It was funny.
Oh, I don't know. I'm a Cancer, so that's like my Cancer sign, the 6-9 sign. So I don't know. That has a zodiac meaning. I have no idea what it means. If anyone out there knows what it means, please tell me. But it's like
just so y'all know, I don't like mustard a lot neither. It's funny stuff.
Yeah, I thought he was sucking on mustard, but
I'm sure there's somebody out there that's thinking, "Why is this guy sucking on a mustard jar?" So I just want to let him know.
got to do what you got to do, I guess.
Because I'm crafty. I'm crafty like that. Crafty like that. What'd you run off Irondogg for?
I thought you did something. I didn't do nothing.
He was back there laughing at your tubs.
I guess he had too much laughter and my expense.
This motherfucker didn't believe me. I told him, I said, this motherfucker, I told him, I said, I seen Key's video. I'm pretty sure that's a rat tub. I'm pretty fucking sure. He's like, what? He had to go look and shit.
Yeah,
like, I told you it's a fucking rat tub. Hey, it does give him about 3 inches more than like a normal tub because those rat tubs are pretty deep.
They're a little deeper, and like the bottom width isn't as good as the top width.
Well, yeah, because they round in, yeah.
But they have that slanted part. Like I just thought they would make better tubs than the other one.
Room to stretch out, so shit. It's like whatever works.
Like if you want to mess with me about my freaking rat tubs for snake tubs,
nobody's messing with you. Don't get all soft and shit. Don't get all soft now. Don't get all soft.
At least I thought about putting a dummy tub in and using it for.
I don't know why you use the dummy tub. You should just have that probe in the middle of your fucking rack like most people do, and be using that tub with a fucking snake in it.
Because I thought it would be better.
Why?
Because it's reading constant temperature. It's reading that.
Regardless if there's a snake in the tub or not,
so everywhere up that rack, it's getting that spot 90 degrees.
Well, I know, but yeah, you're just a weirdo.
No, I thought about it, and it actually.
Oh Jesus! Now we're gonna have to get into this. This guy's got a rack, right? And then he uses the bottom one as a dummy tub, he calls it. And now, do you have the heat tape on that dummy tub is actually inside the tub?
Inside the tub, taped right directly over the heat tape inside the tub.
So why not just put the heat tape like underneath it like everybody else and just use the tub?
Shuts off. Because
for a guy that's trying to be thrifty, you're wasting fucking money there. I mean, you're wasting a spot.
Not.
Yes, you are.
No.
Yes, you are.
It works better. I'm telling you, it works better than the sea serpent racks. Because I got both on the same thermostat, and this mine holds better temperature.
But then you're wasting a spot for a snake.
What?
You're wasting a spot for a snake.
I do put one in there when I have to.
Well, you should never put one in there if the heat tape is actually in the fucking tub. But you should.
I use substrate. I use substrate and stuck it over top. You know what I mean?
Still shouldn't do that. Though. That's not good. That's not good.
It was fine.
Anyways, and that's dangerous for your snake. But anyways,
But no, that snake actually
I
wasn't
saw a
like
video of a
eating right.
giant frog chewing on a giant rat, and its guts came out. That's awesome.
Yucky.
Oh God, I fed my monitor the other day. It was even a frozen thought. It wasn't even live.
I want to get a monitor.
I don't remember if it was live or not. But either way, I gave him the damn rodent, and he shook his head, and the damn intestine smacked into the screen. And I'm like, but they just come out of there so cleanly. I mean, the teeth on that thing are so fucking sharp that it just split it open and shot that shit out of there without nothing. I mean, it was like nothing at all. It was insane. Just like razors in them mouths, man. But I have a giant frog that'll chew on some rats.
That giant frog is crazy, dude.
I have two of them that size. They're like 1,100
Things are really food aggressive, aren't they?
Well, somewhat. I mean, well, no, they're ambush feeders. They just wait for something to come in front of them. They're not going to fucking run around like, hey, let's go look for some fucking food. No, they're fat and lazy. They just sit there and they wait. And if something runs anywhere within their little, so much of a launch they can go, as soon as anything comes close, boy, they just go for it. But they're not really rambunctious as far as like running around looking for food. They just sit and wait for it. They're pretty lazy.
That was a long break there, buddy.
Oh, I had to pay the water bill. I get a drink, and then the dog wanted to go out, so I had to do all that at the same time.
He said all that bullshit at the same time. And what are you over here acting like you're running the fucking show? You talking to the host like you somebody special. What the fuck? I don't know. Can't show them cookie things.
We can figure that one out, can't we, Justin?
Oh yeah, we'll just boot that son of a bitch. That's how it works. You just boot that motherfucker.
I'm sitting there.
I'll be booting Benjamin. Yeah. He didn't get a hold of me today because he's mad at me or something. Because
that's probably Justin's video right there.
Yeah, it might be. What?
It might have been one of your big bullfrogs.
Yeah, well, I've never had one that really the guts came out. Well, except for the shit that shoots out their nose.
You just said you had intestines.
No, that was
on his monitor.
Oh, that was your monitor.
That was fucking disgusting. I saw it though. You want to see?
I am a little stoned.
No, his heat tape's underneath the tubs. It's just his probe is in the tub.
No, you were missing. You missed it. But look, that was the old guts that is smacked on the screen. Look at that. Just a chunk full of guts. For him to grab it, shake it once, and the guts to come out that cleanly cut out is amazing. No, Irondogg, he said that he uses the tub as a dummy tub, and his dummy tub actually has the heat tape inside the tub.
No.
Oh.
And yes, you said the heat tape was inside the tub. And
the probe is in the tub.
The probe is in the tub. The heat tape
only the probe is in the tub?
Yeah, yes. Only the probe.
Then why wouldn't you have a snake in it anyway?
Because I don't want it to like fuck the probe up and take it off.
No, the guy from Matt from Olympus Reptiles, watch some of his videos. Every one of his probes, he actually puts a hole in the back of the tub, zip ties it to the back where it sits on the tub, and he uses them like that all the time.
All right, well that's kind of what I did, but I have a
you just can't leave the rough part of the zip tie in there. But yeah, he does that. He uses a like a cocoa fiber bedding. But either way, I thought you said the heat tape was in the tub and then the probe's on the. Then why? Yeah, then you should
underneath the tub.
Yeah, then you should have a snake in it anyway. I'd be putting a snake in it.
Everybody puts their probe. That's why I was asking in the first.
Not everybody does. No, there's many people that put their probes on the inside.
If you in retic enclosures, my probes were inside because I had heat panels, and I just drilled a hole, and dragged it in there, and taped it.
Because you said you kept sounding like you had the heat tape inside the tub.
I don't think I've ever said that.
Even Heather said that snakes shouldn't come in direct contact with fucking heat tape. She thought the same thing I did.
Well, you're wrong.
Well, I didn't hear the conversation. I just know what I just know what you were saying backstage.
More than one.
I don't know.
He was talking about the tub. Yeah.
But no, the heat tape is under the tub. The tub is in there. And I got a hole drilled in the side, and the probe comes in, and then I got it taped flat on top of it so it can't move in position. and it sits there over the heat tape, and it's set at like 89.8.
Well, see, now I got to fuck with you a little bit. What kind of tape do you have it taped down with? No,
Gorilla
but
glue tape.
Oh, that's anyway.
Ain't
But
coming
there's I know many people, but it's just like Irondogg said. They'll take the middle tub and stick the probe inside of the, inside or under, it doesn't matter. But yeah, the way you explained it, it sounded like you had the heat tape in the tub. That's why because you called it a dummy tub. I would have a snake in there no matter what. Yeah. Every
like
level where I have a probe has a snake in it.
But I have enough space to where I don't need it right now.
Yeah.
But
the reason he's got it on the bottom is because he doesn't have like a regular thermostat that keeps it, like a herpostat or VE where it hits that temperature, where it hits that certain temperature and just reduces the power rate and keeps it there. His goes on and off, so that's why it's on the bottom, because that way it keeps his heat consistent all the way up. Doesn't get like that in the middle.
Good job, I'm telling you. Like, for a dumbass that never did it before, I mean, I could build shit. I'm not a total dumbass. I'm good at building shit, but I'm just not book smart. I hate books.
But once you get new thermostat, you need to put it on the middle tub, because it'll keep every one of them levels. It'll keep every one of them levels perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
Because once it gets a certain temperature, what happens is, like with herpostat, it'll say 100% power, and even if you got a herpostat 4, 6, whatever, 2, 1, once it hits that
75% power,
it'll go down to like 20 or 15%. It just keeps that steady temp all the time. You know what I mean?
Huh.
Roz Reptiles is
amazing. Down that far of it.
Yep, been subscribed to Roz for a long time.
Years, long time. He stops in every now and then. I ain't seen him in
I'm going to have to look for thermostats that do that, that regulate the power and not shut it off.
Yeah,
because
I bet you can
find thermostats
the other day.
There's like certain fields that you could look into to find a thermostat that's like steady temperature like that.
The best ones I say is herpostat or VE. I mean, some people use Freedom Breeder, but I've always had herpostat, loved them because you can run multiple rack systems off of them.
I have a Freedom Breeder.
Now, shit. Where's Stan at? Is Stan still in the room?
No, he went to bed.
The one he uses is like for herpiculture, and it actually defaults on the cold side, not on the hot side. So if there's too much power, it'll default on the cold temperature. You know what I mean?
Well, with the herpostats and stuff, you have alarms you can set. So once they hit over a certain temperature, they go off, or below they go off.
Yeah,
and they don't fail, and they won't fail open either.
Yeah, any good thermostat should fail closed.
Right.
They fail closed, and so they're a little bit better than what I'm using now. But now that you're explaining it to me, that if I get a herpostat, it's more of just saying, all right, let me maintain this temperature, not trying to fluctuate up and down.
You can. I mean, you can set your alarms on them too, where say you're running at 89, so you want it to go off at 91 or 92, you have an alarm and it'll start going off. You can have it set below that too, so if it gets too cold that your alarms go off, so you hear, there's something wrong. Or if it fails, it fails shut, so it doesn't get too hot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it depends on how many racks you got and how many thermostats you got.
I'm going to probably need 1, 2, 3, 4 thermostats.
Well, then just buy a herpostat 4, and that can run all 4 racks. It's got 4 probes for 4 different racks. No, they're not. They're like herpostat 4 is like $300, dude. $300 some dollars.
Really? That's
a herpostat 6 is like $400 and something, $500. Yeah, I look at them right now because
I don't know. I might have just been looking at some place that bumped their head.
You can get a herpostat 6 for $480. You can get a herpostat 4 for $470, and that's right from Spider Robotics too. That's through the company that makes them. So you might be able to. You could actually get them, cheaper than that, probably, So, I mean, you can get a VE 300. It'll run 2 racks, But
yeah,
I, you know,
they're not that bad.
but I
Either.
mean,
They're only like $250.
but I mean, if you want to, instead of buying 2 thermostats or 4, just buy one that runs them all, dude. Because it's
Yeah,
got 4
like
different.
I mean,
Or you know, or if
yeah,
you get a Herpostat 6, you can actually use one for your incubator, one, you know, or you can run a double probe if you got a 10 or 12 high rack. You can run 2 probes, you know, set each one on a different deal, you know.
yeah.
But
So even if
but
I would buy
Herpostat's
a
good. VE is
VE2,
good. That's the 2 I would recommend, you know.
even if I would buy a VE2 for everything, it'd be $480. I could get the Herbstat that's probably a little bit better, the Herbstat 6 for $480.
They're the same. It's just you can run more racks with a Herpostat is all, you know.
Yeah. But see, I like that ideal. I like everything running off the same everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, VE 300 is $200, so you can run 2 racks for $200. So you can either buy 2 thermostats and run 4 racks, or you can buy one and run 4 racks. Or, you know, it just depends on what you want, you know. Yep. So, I mean, the price is going to be the same. It's just what you want to run, you know. I mean,
same,
honestly.
Yeah, VE 300 times 2
Yeah.
is $200.
Yep.
It's only $80 more, and I can get a Herbstat 6.
Yes.
For $80 more, like I think that would just be less of a headache. It's one. You only got to worry about one to replace, one that can malfunction, not, you know, 2. I mean, you just double it. I don't know. I like the Herbstat 6.
Them are the 2 best thermostats I know of right there. So you got a choice of VE or Herpostat. So you can't go wrong with either one of them. You know what I'm saying?
And I have the Freedom Breeder dual one, and I mean it works just the same as any of the other ones do. So
Freedom Breeders got their own thermostats too?
Yeah.
What do they run?
I don't remember. I can't remember what I paid for it.
So they got to be right up there with Herbstat. I mean,
oh yeah. Well, I think it was $100 and some bucks or something. But it runs 2. It's got 2 different, you know, settings and shit for 2 different racks and all that shit.
Let's see.
But I mean, they all work basically the same. I have a question. Why is my name blue? Why didn't do that? He must have made you blue. As far as if you come in over and over again, we make you blue. That we consider you not as much of a weirdo.
Yeah, they're $200, and if you get the bracket, it's $20 more, and then.
Well,
but I don't know what, you know, I don't know what they're going to charge you for shipping.
For what, the Freedom Breeder one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I paid $169 or $179, but I was already buying. No, I bought mine from. I think it was actually when I bought my TGR rack. I got it from them.
But but it says if you're ordering anything besides, or if you're ordering a rack, you're looking at 6+ weeks. If you're ordering anything other accessories, anything, it could still take 2 to 3 weeks to ship out. So you're better off going with somebody else.
Yeah, Freedom Breeders kind of they're busy. They're selling. That's what it is. They're busy. That's good.
Actually, they're in the middle of a recall right now.
Look what Freedom Breeders lead time is. That'll tell you everything.
Yeah, they're in the middle of their first recall right now.
Yeah, on one of their racks. Yeah, but that's if their racks are down to 6 weeks, that's pretty good because they were about 12 weeks there for a while.
Yeah, it got during the coronavirus. It was like 40-some weeks or some shit, 32 to 40 weeks. It's like, what the fuck?
There's like, a lot of people even around here that are selling like 2 or 3 snakes that got into it in Corona. What was that one? They said it was an albino. They couldn't tell me what it is, but it looks like it might be a black pastel albino from the head. If they want $100 for it, they don't know if it's male or female. But it's a dark gene albino because there's more white. Could be cinnamon. I don't know.
Well, I mean, anybody that's bought a normal for a pet and they buy a glass enclosure, they go to sell it. They always want $300 or $400 because they figure that's what it's worth, you know, because they paid a lot of money at the pet store for it and everything else, you know.
No, she wants $100. She just wants rid of it. She's moving to Florida, and I guess she don't want the problems with any snakes. Like, it's only a ball python, and you're not trying to breed them. Like, you can have them.
Shouldn't move to Florida then.
Yeah, well, she's just moving to Florida and get rid of her snake. But
yeah, Reptile Basic ships out pretty fast, and a flat rate shipping. Yep. So just there's your options. Just look into it and see which one you decide you want. You know, I mean,
I like the idea of putting everything all on one. I mean,
the probes are pretty long too. You know, I never had the problem with the length. The only thing I did different is I run a Herpestat 2 on my incubator. You know,
yeah,
solely just for my incubator, but because I could run a humidity probe with it too, beside on that same thermostat, but I never did. But
to own a ball python, corn snake, any of them, they're all pretty easy.
I think I'm going to build a bigger incubator.
Oh yeah, all the little pet stores are about $100 for a normal anymore.
Yeah, it's $100. I think you got it probably at PetSmart as a fancy for $400.
Yeah, that's what's nice having a little mom and pop's reptile shop here. You can get normals for like $35-$40. You know,
motherfucker's done. I done got
then they don't. You know, they also go to reptile shows, so they vend at reptile shows, and then they buy. So you know, they always give you good deals. You know what I mean? Because they're part of the hobby. You know what I'm saying? So. Plus, you can go in there and they usually have used racks, sometimes some new racks, new enclosures, or used enclosures people are getting rid of. So you always got stuff to buy in there if you can't find it, you know.
I'm looking for a rack in Central PA if anyone knows anyone. I need a rack.
I thought you was building one, Mr. Builder.
You know what? Hit up Hilljack. Hit up Hilljack. Hilljack knows where all them racks are. He might even have some for sale, dude.
Oh, I mean, I don't really talk to him, but I mean, I guess.
Well, it don't matter. Just hit him up, dude.
Really... Are you trying to say you don't like the guy or what?
No, I'm just saying I've never had a conversation with the guy.
Yeah, because he'll fuck you up. You hear me?
I ain't scared about anyone fucking me up. Like I don't gotta worry about that. I'm 6'2", 250 pounds. I don't worry about no one fucking me up.
Just hit him up and tell him you come burn one with him, and he'll give you a deal on one, I'm sure. You know, and then you never know. You might have something else you might want. You know.
No, he's not gonna like this feller's attitude. He's all way too cocky already.
I'm not cocky. I'm just mean. Is he one of them guys where you bring a 30-pack in a joint and it goes a long way?
No, I don't know if he drinks, but he smokes.
I remember I used to have this welder all the time. Well, he was my boss's welder first. And we take parts to him and shit. And the first time he sent me, he's like, here, take this to this address with a case of beer. It was like, what? So I drop it off, in the case of beer. And it was like for years after that, I'd always bring a case of beer and like, a couple $100 in welding would be all good with a conversation and a case of beer. So it was always good. It's like beer gets you a long way.
Just tell him we sent you over there. Tell him we told you to hit him up. I mean, you go over there though. Don't piss him off. Don't make him mad because that motherfucker can throw a cobra on you.
Yeah, that's no bullshit.
I ain't trying to make anyone mad.
He will throw a cobra on you.
He'll throw a cobra on you.
He got a gator and shit and a snapping turtle. He'll get rid of you quick.
He got a lot of rats, dude. He just put a rat shit. He's got a ton of rats, dude.
I bet fucking rats would take. Well, no, pigs are more efficient than that. Rats would take care of most of it pretty quick, but I don't think they'd get the big bones.
I can't believe no one. Like, there's only been one person that asked me about the guinea pigs. Like, that's a pretty good deal.
Has armpit bubbles? What should I do?
Whoa! What has armpit bubbles?
My leopard gecko.
Oh, my leopard gecko.
Yeah, feed it less then. Don't feed it as
And
much.
armpit bubbles, you got to be careful too, because I know some of them lizards they'll gather deposits underneath their chin and their armpits if they're getting too much calcium.
See, I don't know nothing about lizards, so I just keep my mouth shut. I'll be right back.
Yeah, because you can over calcium a lizard. If you give them too much, they'll build fucking like these weird bubbles underneath their necks and their armpits. I'm pretty sure there's a few lizards. I don't remember exactly.
Oh, Komodo dragons are badass. Yeah, for sure. So are croc monitors. Heather said she just counted rat baby. She has over 200 at the moment.
Oh yeah, fuck Jesus, that's a lot of rats.
Yep, Ozak said she adopted one with no toes and bubbles too, and she has no bubbles now. Just feed it less, put it on a diet.
Well, and watch the calcium intake.
Yeah, put it in a
Some
larger
people
tank.
Some people get crazy with that calcium, and they're all like, "Oh no, it's not going to hurt nothing." Yeah, too much calcium can hurt them. Fucking bearded dragons, people feed them motherfuckers calcium like it's fucking their major diet and shit. Cracks me up.
Mostly calcium.
I want to get that Da Vinci boa stuff to give my ball pythons, like the ones that lay after they lay. But man, that's a process to grab that snake and like jam that thing down its mouth.
What are you gonna? What?
You basically got to put it in a tube, grab the snake to where its head, and someone grab its body because or unless it wraps around you, that's cool. But you got to take them dabbers, they're long and skinny, and like kind of get it down past its air tube, make sure it don't get in its air tube, go down around it and squirt it down in there. Like that's rough, dude. Like I know that snake was freaking to freak out when I opened its mouth up just to look to see if there's anything wrong.
Well, yeah, I mean, they lived their whole life and all of a sudden they got grabbed and fucking their mouth open, and nothing's gonna, enjoy that.
I think I showed her that I'm not scared of her because like she used to like look at me like she's unsure, but now she's just like, all right, well, as long as
now she thinks you're fucking crazy. Now she doesn't know what to think about you. She thinks you're crazy.
She like wants to come out more now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Reva's like that. Once I have her out, she don't want to go back in. Like she freaks out when I put her in. She tries to scramble to get out the tub.
What kind of diet?
Feed it mealworms.
Yep.
Screw them crickets.
Them, like chicken feed mealworms. They go nuts for them. They're like drying out mealworms, basically.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then you like throw them on the ground with the cracked corn, and they leave the corn alone, and they'll eat them mealworms first.
Who will?
The chickens.
Oh yeah. Well,
My friends got chickens.
That's what those are for. Them things. The chickens love them. You can feed them to your rats too. Rats.
Oh yeah, rats love mealworms, dubious, shit like that, dude.
The other day, it was nothing special. I just walked into the chicken pen.
Like crack for them.
Yeah, I'm serious. Them things were like going crazy.
Yeah, rats love shit like that, dude. I mean, not all the time, just as a treat, but they'll go crazy over it.
Oh yeah, they love a live one too.
Mm-hmm.
This one rooster up there kept picking my foot and wouldn't leave my foot on her.
Motherfucker pegged my foot, I'm gonna kick him in the head.
Oh, you can't even hardly tell it's a rooster. It just barely got, that thing there. It's barely coming up. You can see that it's going to be a rooster, but they're small yet. I mean, you can't kick them.
Yeah, Justin can't kick anything anyway.
He says you can't kick them. Bullshit, I'll kick them.
You can't with that bad foot of yours.
I'll kick him with the good
ankle.
You can't stand up on your bad foot that long to kick something. You'd be on the ground.
Yes, I can. No, I can stand up that long, motherfucker.
Fucker, he'd kick it and something would twist. He'd fall down. That something would come back and peck his ass to death.
No, then I'll grab that motherfucker by his throat and bite his fucking head off.
You'd be like, get this goddamn rooster off me, motherfucker.
I ain't taking no shit from no chicken. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I ain't taking no bullshit from no chicken.
Fucking rooster get on you, tear your ass up. I'd be laughing my ass off.
Wow, fucking grab that little bastard by his head.
He'd spur your ass.
I remember when I was younger, my buddy was living on this place that had chickens all over the place, and we were shooting 22s at birds and shit. And I was all messing around, and his bird was way out in the pasture, and I was like, oh yeah, I could drop your chicken right now. He's all bullshit, and I was like, bang, and dropped that motherfucker. He was so mad.
Shit.
I was like, well, what did you tell me to do it for, motherfucker?
I didn't think you was actually going to hit it.
Oh yeah, it was a good time.
Get his eyeballs
Yeah,
pecked
around
up.
I can't believe you killed my chicken. It's like, now he ate it that night. It's fine.
Dude, the best video is that one Rob put out. He was trying to teach his wife because that damn rooster kept messing, chasing the kids and her around. And he's like, just catch that son of a bitch, and she did, and he couldn't hold it. Finally, Rob had grabbed that son of a bitch and he got her, but his wife held that rooster down in front of that pen, made him do that. And you could hear them other roosters and chickens. It sounded like they were laughing at him. And that's what they were doing. Because he embarrassed it, and the motherfucker wouldn't chase him no more, dude. It was so funny. I'm like, damn. Rooster got embarrassed, so he quit doing that shit, dude. I never knew that. Yeah, it was cool as hell, dude.
Well, hold on. How did your lizard get underneath your dresser? Don't let it run around.
That's why I don't want a lizard. I'm afraid it'll get loose.
I have a fucking 3-foot monitor. I have a 3-foot monitor. I'm afraid it's going to get loose.
That's so cool.
That motherfucker is fast.
That's a great animal line.
My iguana used to free roam.
A monitor.
My iguana would free roam.
Yeah, I would love.
But it was like 4.5 foot long, dude. It was big. I had it for a long time, dude.
Cats and 3 fucking dogs. I can't let nothing run around. No.
Well, I didn't have no other animals, like that. No furries, so.
I had an iguana for 3 years, and I was leaving it free roam for a while, but then I don't know, it fucking went crazy and tried to wedge itself up into the fucking heating wedge, I guess, like the heating sideboard. Like I can't believe he still got up in there like it.
No, iguanas are dumb. They'll sit there on fucking. That's why them heat rocks that back in the day got such a bad rap. Them fucking people plugging them fucking heat rocks. Them iguanas.
Yeah, but if you still put it on the thermostat.
I know.
Well, you got to remember, back in the day, motherfuckers used to heat their goddamn enclosures with anything, Christmas tree lights, whatever they could find, dude, because there was no knowledge back then, 30 years ago,
Dumb, though. They're dumb. They'll just lay there and burn like a ball python. A fucking monitor will get up when it's hot. You know what I mean? When it can be 110, 120 degrees, and when it's done, it just, it just gets up and moves. It's smart.
Iguana's like a pheasant.
Yeah,
it's like the pheasant. Pheasants sit there and look at the rain and get drowned themselves looking at rain. They're just stupid animals like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he got stupid and wedged himself up there, and I didn't think to check there because I didn't think there's no way he could get up there.
Oh, if there's no way they can.
But they are smart too. They'll come if you get them. You can train them. They'll come to you and everything else when you call them. I mean, they can be smart animals, but
he would sit there and eat breakfast with us in the
morning. They're not very bright.
He was pretty cool. I would shut my door and he would roam around in my room like it was like 6 months he was doing it and never tried to wedge himself up in there. I thought he was too big, and he got up there and died. Oh, fucker.
Yeah, it was like my first real pet I ever had was an iguana, that I kept for a long time. I mean, it's a lizard. My first snake was a Burmese python, but I had a iguana for years before that, dude. It was just cool as hell, dude.
That snake that I just showed you was my first snake. She was the one that first came in first. So.
Eyes of a bullfrog are alien and cute. I don't know.
But yeah, I just don't think I'll ever get rid of her because she could possibly make panda pods. And those are cool. I'll make them every year. I'll give them out as Christmas presents to my friends.
I seen some red-eyed skinks the other day, croc skinks the other day. I guess our pet store must have had them. I don't know. I just seen he posted them. They probably didn't last long, but I thought of Heather when I seen them. I thought, boy, she'd like to have them. Them are cool little animals, dude.
I don't know. Like, there's been a lot of things that are coming out that are catching my eye. Like white lip pythons, those are neat. Like just looking at them. What are those? Bowens pythons? I just
Bowens,
seen
Bowens,
yeah.
Well,
Bowens,
I mean, it's
they're neat.
there's a lot of cool animals, but you know, I mean, if you don't really have the space to build a good enclosure and keep their, you know, because not every animal is going to be kept at the same temperature, you know, so it depends on what you're using, you know. Wait, hold on, I get you on solo.
He was all the eyes of a bullfrog are so cool.
Is that the one
that the big one
hanging from him the other day? The slime ball?
No, this is actually a different frog, but he's just as big. Well, they shed their skin.
Yeah,
so it was just their skin.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was just a skin.
But yeah, he's about 1,000 grams.
I've had some Savannahs before, 905. They're cool animals if you spend time with them. You know, they're pretty laid back. Most of the time, people overfeed them, though.
I got dirt all over. It's the only bad thing about getting them out is they're in the dirt and all that shit. It's either water or dirt.
So yeah, they're waiting on their next prey item to come by.
Yeah.
Actually, Derek just got a baby Savannah not long ago.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I want to say
it's growing already.
A lace monitor.
Blake just wants to see some frog legs.
You know, frog legs are pretty good. I'll give you that. They are pretty good.
If I had $1 for every time somebody fucking mentioned in my comments how good frog legs are, I'd be fucking loaded.
Yep.
I'd have a new home.
That ain't a large rat. Feed it to the fucking New York rat. Fuck, I'd be rich by now. Well, it's a large rat compared to that frog. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I tell them too. It's like, you give me a New York City rat that's the appropriate size, and my fucking frog will eat that son of a bitch. It's like,
I don't know. I don't think it would.
I can't put a rat in there the size of a cat. You know, it's like, what the hell? You know.
He said appropriate size.
Oh yeah, appropriate size, but. Dude, I've seen rats the size of goddamn dogs, dude. I mean, not big dog, but
so it's crazy. I'd like to see that eat like this, fucking full size. This, it's like, well, my frog can't eat that. It's like
the corn plants, elevators, and mills
why
and
would
shit,
I put
dude.
something in there that the frog can't eat? That's where the videos get too stupid and shit when people do dumb shit like that.
Yeah, or feed your what was it? Feed your what did he try to feed that guinea pig to? That one guy. I can't remember that Prince or whatever. Didn't he try to feed something really big like that?
Oh yeah, he's fucking fed that. It was like a huge guinea pig to that retic. But it's like when you can clearly see that the animal cannot consume that animal, they should not be together in any situation.
I've seen a couple people feed a small rat, what's classified as a small rat, to a 200-300 gram snake. I mean, it did it, but come on now, that's just way too much.
No, I mean that's the thing. It's like, well, or else we've talked about it before. When you got some of these guys that are sticking 6 different animals in a box, it's like, yeah, that's fucking, When you got two,
I've seen a leopard gecko eat a pinky before.
Yeah, a fucking rat, 2 scorpions, 2 centipedes, and a fucking frog all in the same box or something.
That's just torturing everybody. It's just stress.
That's ridiculous.
Shit, we had this one guy that
I can't because they're breeding.
I can't remember that guy's name, but he was on a panel a couple times with us. But he had bearded dragons, and he put out a video one time of feeding a giant chick, a big chick to his bearded dragon.
What was that guy's name? I
can't remember his name, but I can't remember what his name was, but he couldn't. It never ate it, I guess. He got so much hate, and we never seen nothing or heard nothing from him after that video. I think his channel got deleted because of it, dude.
Yeah.
I don't even remember his name. He was only on the panel one time or so. I can't remember whose friend he was either.
Boy, but it wasn't Whisperer Boy. Nope. It was somebody else. It was.
I don't remember.
I forget who he was buddies with,
No,
though.
this was
too.
long
That was
before we knew who you were.
Okay.
it's
This
been
was a
like
while back.
couple
Yeah.
year and a half, 2
Yeah.
years ago, dude.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
bird was ridiculous size, and it was like there's no way
Trying to
that
figure
animal
to
could
bearded
even
dragon.
eat that. Yeah, it was like, oh, that'll give me some views. Yeah, I got you a bunch of fucking hate, and you're no longer around. It's like
Almost every video that I've showed two snakes in the same bin, I've gotten a comment. You don't keep them like that, do you? Like, no.
no.
they're
Well,
just
that's just
breeding.
like I put out that video the other day, and the title was fucking, is that snake poisonous? Of course, my first comment was, it's venomous. It's like, dude, it's
Well, the
Yeah.
best pet lizard,
It's a
starter
fucking
lizard
ball
is a
python,
leopard
you know?
gecko, but
I've seen
not a
that.
beardy is not a good starter lizard, and
No,
you
they're
can't own a
pain in the
kimono.
ass.
So,
I'll be back.
but a leopard gecko or maybe like a crested gecko, them are probably good, but not a beardy. Really isn't a good starter lizard for nobody. Because they just
These are
take a
like
lot more care than what people think they do. You know, if you've never really kept them, I mean, number one, they take a lot of outlets. You got to feed them and maintain them every day, dude. You know, they're not something that's just, you know, I mean, you got heat and heat, UV, and all that. I mean, leopard geckos, you know, they're pretty basic. You know, I mean, but bearded dragons are a lot more than what people think they are. You know, to keep them right. You know, I mean. You know,
Yeah.
especially if you're feeding dubias, because dubias ain't cheap, dude, unless you're breeding your own, you know.
Right? My daughter, they had
And
their
cresties
own
are
for a
easy,
while.
yep. Yeah, I mean, if you do your research, you know how to keep them, and you can keep them really good, but I mean, it's something that if you don't, you know, a lot of people don't realize what it takes for a bearded dragon, you know, one thing. So, same with like, I think, you know, I think Heather mentioned one time too, is like Sambos, you know, a lot of people don't realize, you know, just the stuff you need. I mean, they look like you need a snake, but you know, the heat source and everything else, the Sambos and stuff like that need too, or, you know, not as simple as like having a corn snake or something, you know what I'm saying?
Or, like,
What's up, Brad?
What's up, Brad? Could you use like a racking system, like for ball pythons for the sand boas?
I think you can. I think I've seen people do it before in rack systems, but I mean, it's a whole different setup. I think, you know.
Yeah, you
basically, you know, I mean,
python, you'd have to have a rack by itself on its own thermostat, like running its own degree.
Yeah,
and
substrate's different too, of course.
I think
so.
Be a little hotter. Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I think I was looking into it. I think it's 93 to 95 is their comfortable temperature. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. But I think it's like 93 to 95.
Well, I mean, I think, yeah, exactly. A setup for a beardy is 10 times more than you'll pay for the beardies. The beardies are cheap. The setup and to get everything right is way more expensive. Exactly.
Oh no, them red monsters, those are quite expensive, but they're neat looking.
Oh yeah, but you still got to get the setup, and you still got the daily care, and now you really got to be on top of it because you're paying a lot more money for one of them motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I mean, if you're I mean, for like what he's talking about, you know, one of them red ones, you know, but yeah, if you're just getting a basic bearded dragon, you can get them for about $45, dude. Yeah. They're not expensive, you know.
They're like $65, $75 at the fucking pet stores now. Around here, anyway.
What's up, Dragon Soul? Yeah, 905. My rat snake used to do that. It's so fucking cool. They sit there, rattle their tails and shit.
What? Don't be coming down here, mess with me. Get out of here. Come say hi to the people. Come on.
What's that, Ken?
I said I don't want nothing venomous. I'm too careless.
That's what I say. I can't even stop from getting bit from a fucking rat or a ball python, let alone something venomous.
No, he was talking about he had an aggressive corn snake, an adult male. It'd wiggle his tail so fast, sounded like a rattler. My rat snake used to do the same thing. It would rattle his tail like that, especially when you feed it.
Yep. Yeah, they're meant to be in like leaves and shit, and when they do that, they do sound like a rattlesnake.
But it'd be funny. You go to feed him, he'd just rattle that tail, you know.
What's Pat up to tonight?
There you go.
You need to tell us
There
that
you
rapper
go.
name.
Set up our Gila monster is a lot cheaper than a lizard. Yeah, but you got to buy that. It's a, because you're talking 1,500 to 2,000 for a Gila monster. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy. I wish they weren't so expensive. I'd own one. Look all that.
How big do those things get? Or can they get?
A couple feet, I think, maybe.
Yeah, a couple feet.
18 inches to 2 foot, maybe, I'd say. I mean, Brad would tell you, but I mean, that's just my guess, 18 inches to 2 foot,
That'd be a pretty cool big lizard. I mean, at least 2 foot long.
I think beaded lizards, they might get a little bigger than the Gila monster. Yeah, 24 inches. I was thinking beaded lizards maybe were a little bigger. The only thing with
big lizards like that is, I mean, it's a big dedication. It's not the same as
Right.
I mean, everything's a big dedication, but man, you get a big monitor and shit. It's like, if it's mean, you got to remember, you got to deal with it. Like mine's never really liked me much. And so it's like, fucking, it's not always the easiest thing to take care of her,
You don't hold it enough.
That lizard hates being held. She used to get me too because I used to hold her on the live streams, but then she would
Pat, he did send a Benji link,
and then turn around and fucking bite the shit out of me, and it's like, yeah, I'm done with that.
Yeah, let's see, 900 Canadian for a Gila monster. That ain't bad, but then let's say probably 300 for shipping.
Benji hasn't been still online to give him the link, and he's mad at me.
Yeah, he was online earlier. I seen he was online, but
he deleted like 12 messages. He must have cussed me out or something. So I don't think he's. And I checked today. Let me see. Yeah, he still hasn't been on. I sent a message yesterday or this morning, and he still hasn't even responded to it.
I even sent him out some stickers. He said it takes like
we did a late night last night, and we had like 5 people on the panel, and Justin said he hadn't seen him on, and of course we didn't, whatever. But usually when there's more than 3 people, he loses connection.
Yeah, I didn't even think we were even going to end up going live, and we had a bunch of people. And then when we did go live, I looked and he wasn't online. And then by the time I even got to his messages, he already deleted them. So I don't know if he was cussing me out or what. I don't know. Benji's all mad at the fellow.
Yeah, beadeds get about 3 foot long. Yep, I thought beadeds were a little bigger than the Gila monsters.
But I don't always pay attention, so a fella slips up every now and then. So I wouldn't.
Well, especially last night, we were smoked up pretty good too. So.
Well, yeah, fuck, I'm not a very good daycare fella.
We're stoners. We forget.
Yeah. I'm not very good at these duties. I didn't even ask for them. It is what it is.
Only thing I don't know, Brad probably knows this answer. Could you ship a Gila from Canada? Is that legal over here? I mean, I guess as long as it's not coming out of Arizona, huh? He knows everything about them things, so I have no idea.
Yeah, the different country is going to be an odd deal anyway. I'm sure the shipping is going to be funky.
It would be shipping. I would say average on a snake is like $300, from Canada. Say, just say on the high side. Betas are on the do not trade list with U.S. and Mexico.
What about their home promise?
Apparently, I didn't get to Benji fast enough last night, so I'm the bad guy. I didn't send him the links, but I didn't think we were going to go live. So,
Pat, you missed it earlier.
Feels bad.
Justin was trying to get Gary to show his nub.
Hey, if he's here now, Gary, if you're in the deal, we want to see the nub. There's about 6 of us who want to see it, so we'll get the whole panel filled up.
Just comment. I'm here.
You just can't talk a lot because you drive us crazy when you do that. But we want to see the nub.
Get the nub out.
No, I mean he's wanting to ship one from Canada to the U.S. Brad, not to Canada. So if he says they got them
Well, I'm sure if there's
over there
no
for
trade
about
one way, it's probably no trade the other way. I mean,
900 in Canada for one compared to
we see him at the
But I
PA
know
show all the time.
where Brad gets his are captive bred and everything, and it's a reliable breeder. You know what I mean? I mean, this guy, I've seen his page, and he's got some nice Gilas, dude. So they're worth what you're paying for it. They're captive bred and everything. Sometimes people sell things and they might have went to Arizona and caught them, and then they're saying, "Oh yeah, I raised this myself." Then
Everybody's got a bigger and better deal.
Yeah, but well, the thing is, you're going to pay more, just like with venomous. You pay more for captive bred than wild caught because you usually don't have the issues or have to worry about anything else. I mean, some bitch having some kind of parasite or anything else. I mean,
Hey,
usually they're better eaters.
Did you tell people you were going to have to miss a couple shows for your penis enlargement?
I ain't got to miss no fucking shows, dude. I think that was you.
Nah, I don't have any shows to miss.
Why did Benji send you his penis pump? Did you? So you're good to go?
No. That's his bong. You can't use it as a pump no more.
Maybe he modified it back for you.
I was gonna say, now if he can make a bong that it's he can convert it back and forth. Now that might be a product.
Pat, hit up Brad. He'll hook you up with the guy that's got him for sale, dude. Right out of Utah.
Utah.
Yep, that's where they come from.
Uncle Todd, if you're still in the chat, thanks for commenting on my video. I appreciate it.
He's just been coming up here shortly. I mean, here of late, anyways. I've never seen him around, but he's been popping up.
He's from AAP, dude.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I think he came from his stream the other night, which is awesome because AAP is awesome. So.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just saying he seems like he's cool.
Yeah, it was funny. We talk about that shit all the time. AAP's probably tired of hearing about it. But that fucking week, it was crazy. Everybody was one great, big, huge group with just pothead people, and then all of a sudden it went cutthroat.
Oh yeah, big time.
Slicing each other's throat. Everybody was pieces of shit. And it was crazy, man. It almost scared me off of hanging out in live streams there for a minute. It was like, damn, man, I thought we was all high. And next thing you know, everybody mad at each other. It was pretty funny.
I don't know. I just seem to go away from people who can't keep YouTube on YouTube. Like if you want to carry it outside, just like this is high school. Leave high school and high school.
Well, yeah, but that's the whole thing. It's live, so anytime you have people, there's always going to be some hostility at some point or some disagreement or this and that.
I'm just trying to avoid it at all costs. But
I try not to cuss at you all the time. It's really hard.
Probably. I mean, I get it.
You would put the fucking tape inside the tub and shit. I heard you.
Yeah, really glue. Hey,
he's all gorilla glue. That's funny.
But I don't.
Madden, don't even know why. Yep.
Brad, what's that guy's name that sells them?
The one in Utah.
Yeah, I know. What's his name? I can't remember. I'll look him up and see what he's got.
I was just saying, I remembered you said he was in Utah.
He sells Utah Gila monsters, but he's in Montana.
Oh, he's in Montana.
Yeah, but he sells the Utah banded ones or whatever. Them are legal. Them are legal to sell. You can't get them from Arizona. They're illegal to do.
Cheers.
Steve Osborne, yeah.
Waka waka waka.
I don't know. I wouldn't even stop it, man. If you really got
Who started that? Who started the waka?
These motherfuckers did. If you got a tortoise that's humping your shoes, you just give him the shoe. Let him have it. That motherfucker live 200 years. If he wants the shoe, let him have it.
I agree. Let him get the shoe.
If I had a tortoise that was humping my shoe, I would just film it and put it on the YouTube and the TikTok and probably Instagram.
Might get a lot of videos. Benji just texted me on Instagram, so he's on. Send him the link.
Does he want the link? He's all mad at me.
I don't know. He just texted me.
Oh, there we go. I just no link again. Benji, quit now. You weren't even here. He's all sad.
I'm telling him, Benji.
Let's send him. Let me get the link.
There you go.
You got it?
No, I'm pulling something else up.
I thought, what the fuck? We only got 8 minutes.
So, of course, them are sold out, but he's got some available. You know, they're $1,800. You know, they're nice though.
$1,800. That's a lot of goddamn money.
That is a lot of goddamn money.
Oh, there's one for $1,675. That's a little cheaper, huh?
Goddamn lizard.
$2,000 for that. It's a $2,250. That's some nice lizards though, dude. I seen something else he had on here. He had some Arizona ones too.
If anybody would like to be a lifetime sponsor of my animal house, send me a lizard.
These are Arizona reticulated Gila monsters, and they were a little cheaper. They were only $13.75, but he sold out. But
I guess technically, it's not really venomous, but all monitors have some type of a. It's not really a venom, but it's a bacteria. It'll fuck you up when they bite you. It's pretty close to being venomous. Usually makes you really achy if you get bit by a monitor. Like
yeah, look at the difference from the babies to what they grow up, though. The colors in them, dude. I mean, they're beautiful, though. Let's see what he's got in Utah banded. These are colonies. Yeah, see, look how nice and big they get. See? It's not a bad sized lizard.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, they're nice. Oh, those are nice rat snakes, the Vietnamese blue beauties. I like them, Heather.
Now we can get to the bottom of this. I sent Benji
he also does ball pythons too.
You know he was calling me names and stuff.
I think he's mad at you.
He did. Apparently, he deleted 12 messages. He's all angry.
The kind of little bit of messages I seen. He sent me 3 messages, and I seen a couple words. But I think he's mad at you. I think he's upset. I think he hurt his feelings.
I didn't hurt.
Yeah, they're captive bred, Todd.
If I hurt somebody's feelings, they too soft because I ain't do shit.
You're always being mean to everyone.
Well, who am I being mean to?
You're mean to me. You're mean to Benji.
You're a fucking snowflake. That's why. I bet you drink Bud Light. Voted for Biden.
No, I don't drink anything. I mean, if I do, it's usually liquor, like a mixer. I like liquor and whiskey. All that.
He sold out of his ball pythons though.
Who?
But he's got that guy that has the Gila monster.
The Gila monsters, nice.
Yeah, he's got he was selling female black pastel pieballs for $1,500 and a male for $1,200.
That's kind of high.
For a visual?
He sold out.
Black pastel, just one copy, price $1,500 for a female.
Yeah, the hets are $500. 100% hets.
Hope I get some black pastel pies.
Yep.
Well, it must not have been too bad because he sold out of them, so he must, I mean,
right?
Well, yeah.
Did good something right.
Well, it's when you got a good name in the industry too, his company's Professional Breeders is what his company is. So
that's actually a pretty good name.
Mm-hmm.
That line of black pastel I'm working with has made.
It just sounds like they know what they're doing with that name.
Yeah, when you saw Heelers and Balls every year, and you got to realize too, he's not like, I mean, that's what he specializes in. He's not like going to all these different ball pythons. He specializes in one, and that's what he specializes in.
Welcome.
And piebalds. So, because he's sold his albino pies are sold out. So, I mean, he only does pies, so he's selling them out, and he's selling his Heelers. So he's, what's going,
Hey,
way to go, man.
If he's got it like that, he's got it like that. I mean, cool. It'd be awesome to have that a name like that to where you could upcharge just because it's your name.
Well, there's a guy it said one time, he goes, all I breed is bananas and pies, and I can't remember what else. And he says, I sell local, and I sell out every year. No, it was a guy I seen. No, it was somebody. It's been a while back, but he says that's all I breed, and I sell out locally every year. I don't even have to put them on nothing because.
Well, I've said this before many times. It's the same thing. It's like there's certain people that are going to try to breed ball pythons that like Justin Gabelka is going to want, and then there's people that are going to breed ball pythons to just normal people or to sell to normal people. It's like, people are hating on pastel, this and that. You give somebody a pastel that's never seen anything other than normal, they think it's a great fucking snake. Right. You know what I mean? For the general pet population, pastel is just a bright normal. They think that shit's great. A lot of people, oh, yeah, there's too many. It's like, well, yeah, but, it depends on what you're trying to sell for. If you're trying to make $10,000 snake, yeah, maybe leave it out, maybe put it in. But if you're just trying to sell some snakes to your general public, it's a beautiful gene.
Yes, pastel definitely has its place. And you know what other gene that I just found? Like something that looks really cool with it. And I kind of want to work it into one of my projects, is champagne. A champagne super inchy hypo is like an awesome looking snake.
There you go, Brad.
There's fucking hundreds of them. It's a bad thing. It's like
there's the mimosos, but I'm saying super inchy champagne. There's not many super inchy champagne hypos. I want to put DG to it too. New hypo DG champagne super inchy.
That's a bunch of fancy bullshit.
Nah, that's just, I don't know. That's where my head goes. I don't know. It's what I want to do. I got half the snakes to do it.
Do what you want to do, not don't follow anybody else. That's the best way to do it.
No, I do what I want to do.
Staying sorry for being late. You're never late. You're a worker.
What up, Derek? Like I want to make
grails. The old people, slinging the dope.
I want to make grails and holy grails. So that's I got snakes to do it. If I hit
Heather said she has a mimosa.
Like holy shit myself. Yeah, mimosas are all right. There's nothing wrong with them.
You better just make some fucking babies before you plan on making all these other motherfuckers.
Talking all this shit, and I ain't even got a baby on the ground yet.
Damn.
Forever. Like, did I miss something? Like, should I be at this point now for starting in November?
No, you're fine.
Yeah, see, so.
Well, I mean, if you probably have eggs already, if you started in November, I'd say.
Well,
like I said, you go when they're ready. They're ready. It doesn't matter if it's October or if it's June. When they're ready, dude. You know what I mean? I mean, that's just it. Right. They will let you know when they're ready.
I guess. I mean,
it's pretty simple, really. I mean,
That's what we say. Quit overcomplicating it. You just, like
Yeah,
I said,
it's pretty
you put them
simple.
together until they're done, and you leave them alone until you see the
I
wife.
mean, I could never justify buying, you know, an ultrasound. You know, I'd have to have hundreds of snakes to buy one. I just don't. You know, to me, I mean, I could just. To me, it was just, you know, with ball pythons. You
All
know,
it does is for them fancy folks is just to give them better numbers to work with of what they're going to
Right.
sell later. You know, it's like if you're just a hobbyist breeder, it's kind of pointless. You just put them together and hope for the best.
Yep,
Even
exactly.
Hardwick, he had hundreds of snakes. He said, I'd never fucking, he's like, I don't give a shit about any of that shit. I just put the snakes together. If they breed, they breed. If they don't, they don't.
They do it on their own schedule. That's it, you know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
It just gets overcomplicated a lot of times. People over try to think
males
things.
And with females, and I see the lock, so I'll get eggs sooner or later.
Oh, yeah.
MC 905 said his first clutch last year came on May 27th. So there you go. I mean, it just depends on when you put them together and when they go, dude. I mean, like I said, I mean,
that's why I said the hardest fucking part of this whole fucking hobby is the patience. Well, for me,
if you ain't got patience, it's the wrong hobby to be in.
Yeah, I'm not a very patient person, so it's like,
honestly,
geez, that first year it was nuts. I mean, the first year it's like you looking, you panicked, all that shit. This year it's like
you think it's hard now. Wait till you have eggs and they're in the incubator. You'll be like looking in that incubator, like you got to stay the fuck away from that thing because it'll drive you nuts. Yeah. Mark on that calendar when 55 days are going to be, and that's, you know, start, you know.
I'll start looking at them day like 52, 53. If I see it.
Yeah, no, you won't. You'll be in there every fucking day. I know. You don't even tell me you won't.
I can't.
You'll look in.
I don't want to be in there every day. I want it to be, you know, successful. So I'm more worried about keeping and maintaining the right temperature than looking at them. I mean, what's the sense of looking at them for the first 30 days? Check them in a week. If there's anything bad, take it out and leave it alone for a month.
What's up, Brad? What's happening?
Yeah, Brad.
Oh, so you're not a team player, huh?
I was just saying, I'm not very well with the team myself.
You don't play well with others?
No, not at all. Except you.
She was Brad 3 years, and she is finally carried.
All right, you ready for this? He's going to show you one of them Gila monsters.
Nice.
Put you on solo here.
Nice. Nice thick gloves on. Those things are so fucking awesome.
Well, he's got the gloves on more for the claws than the bite. So.
Oh yeah, I know what it's like. Yeah,
that's a big mouth.
Ear gonna lay me open. They always look grumpy too, boy. They never look. Yeah,
they're pretty calm tonight. Usually they're walking a little bit in your hands. Usually that's, you know, he's pretty still tonight.
Yeah, for the moment.
Yeah, well, Pat, you never had a monitor or a big lizard put their claws in your hands, and you'll realize why you got gloves on.
Even then, yeah.
What's up, Cat Eyes?
This is the one that was telling me before that when Pat said that he wanted a Gila monster, this is the one that said he wanted a Pat for dinner.
There you go.
They always look the grumpy.
Pretty freaking cool.
Let me show you those claws.
Yeah, more like talons and shit.
Yeah. I can get them sit still here.
Yeah, no, those things are no joke.
Yeah.
Well, even an iguana.
Fucking velociraptor claws. The way they're curved.
Iguana will fuck you up with them claws, though. I mean.
Shit. Oh yeah. Yeah, look at that jaw, ain't it? It's awesome, dude.
The venom glands are right here in the bottom jaw. One on each side of the mouth.
Yeah, that's like truly a true.
Their legs are longer than I thought they would be. That's
what
cool.
He's got right? Heloderma suspectum sanctum.
Like coming in with them big fancy words.
Like he's all fancy educated and stuff.
Yeah.
He's from, where is he? From Oklahoma, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
How often do they eat? Somebody asked.
Tater fool.
About once a week to once every 2 weeks.
Nice.
What do you feed it?
See, I've been feeding them small rats. I cut them up into quarters and put them in a bowl for them. Give them chicken eggs, quail chicks when I've got them.
You ever give them quail eggs?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They probably love them, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they love eggs, period.
They eat the shell and everything, don't they?
On the quail eggs, they'll eat the shell. The chicken eggs, I generally don't. I try to grind it up in there a little bit for them.
That's good calcium.
Oh, yeah. That thing's beautiful.
Yeah. I got these when they were about 8 months old, if I remember right.
You have 2 or 3?
3.
3. I thought you had 3, yeah.
Yeah, this is the smallest of the 3. And this is the one I'm thinking is a male because of the shape of the head. Let me grab one of the other 2 out.
Nice.
That's pretty freaking neat.
Shit, you got a green tree python that's as gentle as a ball python, dude. And big, too.
Yeah, he has
Those
her
things
up
have
on it.
nasty bites, man. They have nasty teeth.
Yeah, 2-inch fangs.
They said I had a female have babies of someone I didn't remember putting her with. I was like, what the fuck is this? Who your daddy, motherfucker? Who your daddy?
Oh, yo, daddy.
That could be really confusing if you have a lot of snakes.
Well, who says it didn't? If she didn't go or retains sperm from the year before,
Right.
Well, yeah, but you get some of them people that, oh yeah, this girl's had 5 different females to her. Wonder what's coming out. It's like, well, fuck.
5 different males, you mean?
Yeah, 5 different males. Like, talk about a project.
You got 2 females and a male. You think?
That's what I'm thinking.
Are you shooting to breed them at some point, or just keep?
Yeah, he's wanting to do it this year, hopefully.
Nice.
Yeah. It might be a year young, but I'll put them together and see what happens.
They have live birth?
No, eggs.
Do they? Okay. I didn't know if they had eggs or live birth.
Eggs take about 155 days roughly to hatch.
100.
Damn lizards always take so long with eggs, man. What was it? Them fucking lace monitors. It's like the whole it's like 200 and some it's like almost the whole year start to finish, dude. It's like crazy.
Fucking 50 some days is crazy enough to wait, let alone 100 and some days. That would just be nuts.
Well, that's why lace monitors and stuff like that's so expensive, because anything could happen in them times. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, when it takes fucking months to incubate shit.
You got to incubate them hotter.
No, they just take that long, dude.
Yeah, they do. They take a while. High 80s for the incubation temperatures for these.
I figured the temperature would be higher since they're like desert animals.
Yeah, but the burrows they lay in, some of those burrows are 15 feet long.
Wow.
Yeah, and they're down. Yeah, so they're.
I've seen a few of those burrows, and those damn things, some of them are 5 or 6 feet deep.
Damn.
That temperature down there, they know where to lay the eggs, so.
Right.
And it took a long time for the breeders that are breeding them now to get them to where they're at. Because it took years of research to try to figure out.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, yeah,
I'm
because
sure.
if you got to burrow that deep and shit, you can't just stick your hand in there with a heat gun and try to figure out what it is. You know, it's like,
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta stick a long heat
Lots of trial and
probe down
error.
that mother.
well, yeah, depending on where they're at in their climate too. I'm sure, you know, certain places they're gonna have to dig deeper than other places, you know, to get to the right temperatures and shit.
Right.
Right.
Not like
crazy.
ones here in Arizona,
Mother
Western
Nature's insane, man.
and Nevada and stuff. They're way south of where these come from, because these come from Washington County in Utah.
Right.
So
Well, yeah, you know, it takes that long to incubate in places up north. I'm sure you got to get deeper where it's warmer anyway, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, they just dig it up till they get to the right temperature and hang out. Their tails are cool too, stubby fuckers.
They look like they're pretty strong lizard too. They're thick body.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they look powerful for sure. Like little bulldogs and shit.
Yeah, you could.
Bulldog
It doesn't hurt when they bite you, Ken. You stick your hand in its mouth; it ain't gonna hurt.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, them jaws look pretty strong to me.
That's like one of two actual venomous lizards in the world.
Yep. Those are beetles.
This
Yeah,
snake
see,
is
like the
beautiful, Ken.
monitors and the Komodo dragons and shit, they just have like nasty bacteria that grows.
Yeah, they have
actually,
bacterial stuff.
yeah, they actually have a venom. The lizard he's got is actually.
Well, even the black throat monitors, man.
They
Even
kill
as
you?
babies bite you, they can make you sick, dude.
Oh yeah, they'll fester you up. Monitors too, like when you get bit, they make your muscles ache and shit. It's really weird. Oh, there's the old python.
Yeah, this thing's beautiful, Ken. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it once, but she's cool. Look at her head.
And those things, the cameras do them no justice. When you see them up close, you know, and personal, they're
Man, they're beautiful.
They're an
So much
impressive
greener.
animal. They're thick, they're big, they're just crazy. Their heads are unreal.
Look at it.
No, look at her. She's a sweetheart.
She just ate last weekend, so she's just kind of been hanging out.
Yeah, they got a bad rap too for being nasty.
Has she ever struck at you, Brad?
Cat eyes, welcome, welcome, welcome.
I got bit once when I was at the vet with her for a checkup, and the vet wanted to sex her, and I didn't have her held high enough on the head, and she reached around and grabbed my arm.
She's like, "What the hell are you doing to me? Take me back home."
Yeah, you just brought me here and I done got violated and shit. Nobody gave me any dinner. Nobody sweet talked me, nothing.
Nothing.
She's upset with you that day.
Yeah, no, that's it. They're impressive, man. When you see them in person, those heads are just unreal, man. It's like our local pet store's got a set of our trio.
And that's a good example of what they can be too if you work with them, spend time with them. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, you know.
And they're the ones you don't really want to handle them off the stick too much, right? Because they're fragile, kind of, or what is up with them?
The babies are. The babies.
Oh, the babies are? Okay.
She's just easier to get out. You just take the perch off.
Okay. Yeah, because there's another guy that breeds Amazon.
There was something about him when they were.
That breeds Amazon tree boas, and he can handle all his. And usually, you know, those things are pretty bitey too, you know. But, you know, it just depends on how you are with them, you know, so.
Well, yeah, just like the ball pythons, you know, play with them more than you feed them and they won't have weird responses.
Most of the Amazons I've had in the past, they were pretty bitey.
Yeah.
It took me about a year to get her tamed down.
What's up, you reptile?
What up,
me? Welcome.
Waka, waka, waka.
Hey, you need to quit with that waka shit.
Howdy.
Yeah, it's a beautiful snake, boy.
That is too. No, those are impressive animals.
A lot of times when I'm sitting here on the computer, I just take her out and she just hangs on my neck.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, that's not the snake that you see wrapped around somebody's neck every day. You know.
No.
It's like ball pythons all day. You don't see that. You know, many people hanging out with those things around their neck.
Yeah, I've been trying to get Shane to take his out.
He's about 4, almost 5 foot long.
Shane's got one.
Yeah, he got it from a friend of his, I guess. It's a male. I was trying to talk him into a breeding project.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, whoever's incubating gets the short end of the stick on that deal. No, the white is so white on that too. It's
Yeah, and you know that's the thing. You might get them to breed, but you know you got to get them hatched. Once you know that's the hard part. Once you do that, then you've got to, you know, you've done something. You know.
Yeah,
it's hard to believe too how thick those teeth are underneath there. Fucking Jesus.
Yeah, longest teeth on any non-venomous snake.
Yeah, they're fucking nasty.
Heather says looks like she's got to go poop.
Yeah, she's probably getting ready to. Usually it's about 8 or 9 days after she eats that she takes the dope. So
Well, this could be the stream then.
could be.
Nice.
Get him, girl.
Get him, girl.
It'd be so cool if she yawned right now.
Yeah, she doesn't yawn too often. Once in a while, like after she eats, she will.
Yeah, that's pretty normal after they eat. Oh yeah, beautiful snake.
Yes, she is.
I like her personality.
Well, it's just something different that you don't see, you know. I mean, a lot of people see
head
the,
is thick too.
you know, ball pythons and everything else all the time. It's nice to see something different, you know. And
Well, I got my token ball python too. So
you got a ball python now too, don't you? You got that one from
Right.
Kurt. Yep.
yeah, I got a male mahogany from Kurt that I went off his.
Yep.
Mahogany's a cool gene.
What's that?
Mahogany's a cool gene.
Yeah.
He says, is it a yawn after they eat, or is she just resetting her jaws after she eats?
She's just resetting her jaws.
Nice. Hell yeah.
I know it'd be nice if we could get a yawn right now. Open her up. Let's see. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, just open her mouth up, Brad. She won't bite you. He's like, nope.
I mean, he's getting pretty touchy with it.
Them heads, they're all good until you get a hold of them, and then it's on, boy.
Like, that's just awesome to see someone like touching a snake like that, like right around the face.
I try to do that with all my snakes.
Fine.
Yeah, so do I, to get them not being headshot.
Yeah, I always wrap my hands around their head and shit, and always messing with their heads.
Well, Gary Hartle said it the best, you know, like with his baby retics, he goes, you know, he lets his little one hold them all the time. He goes, you handle them like a kid, and then they're not nervous when you grab their heads or their tails and stuff like that, you know.
I'll be right back.
All right. How long is she?
She's just at 6 foot.
Nice.
I said at least 5, so that's close.
Yeah. Can't wait. Next week it's supposed to be in the 70s, so I'll be able to take her back outside again.
I bet she loves that.
Oh, yeah. I put her usually up on the deck. She crawls all over the place. I got an old tree stump on there with some branches on it. She loves crawling on that.
Oh, hell yeah. Perfect enrichment for her, especially outside.
And she gets her natural sunshine then.
Hell yeah. Yeah, she's awesome, dude. I like that. I appreciate that.
Sure, anytime.
What happened to Justin?
He said he'll be back.
It looks like he's froze.
I think he's, yeah. I think he is froze.
Mhm. Or he passed out.
I'm getting pretty tired, so I'm not too far from getting off here.
Yeah, we've been on for a while. We're gonna end it here real quick anyway. But I wanted to see them Gila monsters and before we ended it because man, it's always good looking at them things, you know.
Why am I frozen? What's up with that?
I don't know why you're frozen. That's what I said. It looks like you're frozen.
Yeah, Jesus. Who knows how long I've been frozen? We've been single screened on Brad for 2 hours here. Let me reset. I'll be back. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. I'm up top now. Yay.
He's doing the mannequin challenge.
He was doing pretty damn good. Back down to the bottom I go.
Yeah, you did pretty good there. You're doing the mannequin challenge
because it knows that I'm the king.
It needs something. That's what I said. And back down to the bottom.
Hell yeah.
Buff them if you got them.
If you got them.
You pipe down. I have no videos loaded for the next tomorrow at all. That's really
all right, Heather. Yeah, we're finna get off here soon too. You have a good night. Thanks
like
for joining us.
5 or 6 days in advance and shit. I have nothing loaded.
Thanks for being an awesome supporter and good friend. So appreciate it.
Take care and good night.
Later.
She does the calmest egg cuttings ever.
I am not going to be calm at all during egg cutting.
My very first clutch. I didn't do it live. The second one I did live. Didn't I do the second one live with the pastels?
No.
Yeah, I thought I did cut them live. The first clutch I didn't, but the second clutch I thought I did.
I'm going to cut them all live. Yeah.
Maybe. I can't remember. I know you didn't on the first one.
Yeah, so. I know I did in the first one because I was way too nervous. I just wanted to make sure I got eggs and babies. I didn't take no chances with nothing on the first ones. Nothing. I was like, fucking. I tried to be Johnny on the spot with everything, you know. It was like, now you just throw the eggs in there and just wait for them to be done. It ain't no big deal anymore. It's like,
if you want to see somebody that cuts really good eggs, I think watch Earl from Lone Star Reptiles. He just like. I mean, it's just so smooth, dude. But you know, he's got the like $200 or $300 scissors. You know what I mean?
When I first got into this whole hobby, the only ones I seen cutting eggs were like Brian and Jay, and they all used razor blades. I was like, "There's no
right."
I was so scared about that. I was like, "There's no way I can take an egg and cut it open with the razor blade and be okay with that." It's like, and then I seen somebody do it with scissors, and I was like, "Oh, okay." It's like, yeah, I can do scissors. But I can't do a fucking razor.
Ken was interviewing. Who were you interviewing the other day that said they wait for the first one to pip, and then they'll wait a day and then cut the rest?
A lot of people do that, actually. I'm not sure who it was. A lot of people do.
Ken on yesterday.
Ken was interviewing somebody. I can't remember who it was, though.
Yeah, it was Craft Brew.
Yeah,
that was yesterday.
Yeah. Or maybe it was a guy before that.
Yeah, that is pretty common, though. I hear that a lot as far as, you know, people do usually wait for the first one to pip, and then they'll just cut the rest. Because then they know they're basically ready.
Right. He can't even remember who he had on. Look at him.
No. I know. I'll have to go back.
My
and look.
biggest thing with like the eggs, it's weird. It's like I want to know why is it that like some people, you know, to me it's like if the egg is deflated and done and shit, that's kind of how it is. You know, it's like that's the whole point. But some people are cutting eggs to where the fucking thing is so tight they can barely hit it with the scissors. Now,
to me, guys, I think you should wait a few more days because
people should be letting those incubate longer. I mean, it's like But even if they're that far into the game, why is it so full? It's like, do they not? Is it just tiny babies not absorbing everything?
Well, no, because some people, it depends on what they incubate. Some people incubate at lower temp, and some people wait 60 days or so. Or I think maybe, you know, I mean, I always waited I never really had to go to day 55. I think all my snakes had naturally pipped, you know. And when
if I looked in at 52 or some shit and they were really deflated and you could see them moving around, I wouldn't have no problem with cutting them without a pip.
Right.
But if I was in 50 days and they're so plump that, you know, you can't even get scissors on them, they should probably wait 60 days or something. You know, it's like you should probably wait at least. You know, it's like why is there so much left behind? You know.
Well, I think too. Then you know when they're like that, even though they cut them, they don't come out of the egg as quick as you know a regular snake that's deflated. You know, so
because when you get a good deflated egg,
they're still absorbing all that yolk and stuff. You know,
they're doing exactly what they're supposed to be. That's why I don't know if it's just because they're not as far along. Maybe they should be incubated tons longer. You know, maybe that clutch should wait until they pip because I've seen people cut some eggs at like 55 days and them eggs look like they were, you know, plump and huge. It's like, you sure that baby?
Well, I've seen them plump and huge and then people can't wait till day 55. It's like, oh, it's only 2 days away. It's like, well, dude, you should go ahead and wait them extra 2 or 3 days, you know?
Yeah. Well, exactly. If you have an egg that's
densaling at least.
Yeah, if it's that full, you know, it's like, I mean, even last year, I mean, my eggs dimpled right away. I mean, I never had mine stay that plump for that long. Mine started to dimple right away. It was like, it's like I see some eggs that are done that it just seems like it's like funk, man. It's like weird. It's like
well, that's good. Like, you got that eye cap off. That can be tricky if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. But those are the ones that, you know, make me, you know, that's weird. And then, man, I've seen a rash of people with these tiny ass snakes. Fucking, what's the deal with all these ball pythons that are 30 grams and shit? It's like, what the fuck,
30? Man? I've seen them down to like 15, 20 gram snakes, small ones, dude.
But I mean, it's like you see them all the time now that are like 30 and people are showing them 28 and 32 and 35. It's like, Jesus, man. Every baby I've ever had was twice that size. It's like, fuck, man.
Oh, yeah. I've had them come out at almost 100 grams before, you know, 70s, 80 gram snakes, you know, healthy, crawling right out of the egg when they pip. But, I mean, them are, like we've talked before, and I know people don't like to hear it, them are the snakes that ain't made to live, dude. They're not made to survive in the wild.
Yeah.
They're going to be the first ones to die. You know what I mean?
Well, see, even that, I could see that. Like, if there was a weak snake, like if 5 eggs were dimpled and 1 wasn't, it's like, okay, so you're not absorbing fast enough. You're going to be a slower snake like the runt maybe or something. But when you got the whole clutch doing the same thing, it's crazy. You know, it's like, why?
But it could be, but I'd still cut that egg if it was so, because it could have a wrapped umbilical or anything like that. I think that's where a lot of people get nervous. They get nervous with the wrapped umbilicals and stuff. You know, I think that's got a lot of it, too. So.
But even then, you think that I think that happens. I wonder if it happens more with more of a fluid egg, or does it happen more with more of a deflated egg? Because I think when they use all that shit up, it's like it should. You wouldn't think it would get in the way as much.
I think it was more of a fluid egg. I've seen, like, you know, different people. I've seen with retics and ball pythons. These are the things that make
me curious about breeding. Not what these two are going to look like, but this kind of shit is the shit I want to know. You know, can you get consistently dimpled eggs by doing a certain temperature? Can you get consistent plumped eggs? Are the plumped eggs as healthy of a snake as one that isn't divoted? It's like, you know, that's the kind of shit that's interesting, you know.
Well, I think it all has to do is how good an incubator you got and how good it's set. And, you know, I mean, like I said, my incubator it never shut off and it was perfect.
Do what?
There's a bunch of people trying different temperatures this year to see if they produce more
Well, yeah.
females on higher temperatures than
Yeah,
males.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we'll get to see that the
Well,
results
because
of that.
it's true in geckos. The reason why a lot of people are trying to do it, because in geckos you can really control it. Actually, wasn't it geckos or whatever? You can like pinpoint exactly
Because
what
of
you're
the
gonna
shark
have.
jaws and stuff like that. You know, the snakes that have problems, they're doing on a lower incubation and letting them go longer and thinking that might help. You know,
See, now
and getting
I
like
would
your,
think that more
Right.
problems would come from higher incubation. Oh, we lost that motherfucker like a champ.
He
the
came
phone's
back.
about ready to die.
Benji.
You think there's more problems with lower temperature than there is with higher temperature?
No, I think incubating at a lower temperature for a longer time is better than too high a temperature.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I misunderstood what you said, and I was like, you know, to me it would. Yeah, I would think, you know, I'd rather cook them. It's like, you know, like food. It's like low and slow. You know.
Yeah,
Keep
low
Well,
it
and slow.
good.
Well,
you
that's
know?
what they're saying, you know, because some people, you know, you got to realize it's all inbreeding over time anyway. So when people are getting like pied with shark jaws and stuff like that, because it happened a lot, it seemed like, what, a year ago, seemed like everybody's having
Yeah.
a lot of problems, is to try to incubate on a lower temperature for longer because it might help, you know.
Well, yeah, because I think people are getting in too much of a rush. They want to produce these snakes faster than anybody else. It's like, oh my God, I need this such and such 2 days before this guy does, you know, so I could say that I had it first. And
That's exactly
no,
what I
just
incubated mine at
you know, leave
905,
alone.
88 degrees. And 90
Yeah.
to 91 creates more issues. I agree with that too. I would say,
Yeah, like
do
mine
not-
right now is 88. It usually goes from 88.5 to 88.7 in between that. It usually stays right in there.
right.
Yeah,
And,
when I was raising day geckos years ago, I got to where I took the first couple batches out and incubated them. The rest of them, I just left in there. And I actually got better rates on my day geckos from leaving the eggs in there than incubating.
Yeah, yeah. Well, because
Actually, I've seen
they'll bury the eggs in the corrected, like if you have a wet side and a moist side, they'll bury them eggs exactly where they need to be to keep their
That's
right
right.
humidity. Yeah.
They do.
I know smaller babies come from boob eggs, but I've seen small babies come out of full eggs that are just plump and big.
And that is true what he said about boob eggs too. It is true.
Right,
Usually
but I've also seen it where they just come out as you know, small babies come out of regular eggs too, though.
But
You
like
know,
we were talking about earlier with the eggs, it's like you get some of these plump motherfuckers. It's like, man, them babies can't be sucking up enough of that shit. You know, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, lower temperatures. That's what I.
Well,
I
even
agree
like
with.
incubation, like if they're like doing natural and shit, like if them eggs are within a week or two of pipping and all that shit, I'm sure the mom's leaving the eggs more than she would if they were a week old. You know, and natural. If she was going to leave them, she's going to leave them more later than she's going to leave them earlier. So it's like,
Right.
you know, and that's why, you know, it's like, do you really need, especially like 90 degrees, the whole 55 fucking days? Maybe like temper it down a little bit throughout the process to try to get a better incubation versus just like one solid temperature the whole time. Because I know in the wild, even like chickens, everything, when they're the newer they are, the more the mom will stay with them. The older they are, the less the mom needs to be there, you know.
Right.
Yeah. Well, guys, I'm going to hop off. My phone's about ready to die here. Done kicked me
I'm
off
about
once,
ready to get something to eat too. So,
Yeah,
Brad, appreciate you coming on the show.
Getting food ready.
Is that what you're doing? Yeah. See. Well, that's like last night. Everybody kept eating on the fucking stream. I'm like, damn, man, I'm hungry now, and I already ate.
Right. At least that turned
Appreciate
my
us showing them animals, Brad.
Yeah. So,
Well,
yep.
thank you.
Get back to the eggs to
Thank
warm
you.
them up. Yep. But they'll sun more later than they will sooner because they can't leave as much earlier, you know.
Yep.
So, but yeah, there's all kinds of different theories. But I'm out.
All right.
Hey, guys,
Thank you, everybody,
take care.
stopping in.
Yeah.
Until the next stream. And
Later,
Benji,
y'all.
relax. It's not all about hatred like you think. Don't always go to negative.
Well, Justin, last night when you were on, you had a live stream going on Instagram.
Who?
Oh,
Benji,
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
see.
what was he so mad at me for?
I don't know. He was doing, I don't know if he was, I was going to go in there and I didn't get time. I got sidetracked and But
I'm gonna
usually
bust
that's-
his balls. Then he's giving me a bad time. He's over smoozing with the Instagrammers.
Yeah, yeah. But
All
usually
right.
I watch some of his live streams. I usually watch all his videos where he's playing and singing. So
Yeah, yeah.
because he is good. Damn.
Oh yeah, he's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets a groove going for sure.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Until
Hey,
next
guys,
time, take
take
care.
care.
Stay wild. I'm out. Later.
Take
Peace.
care, everybody in the chat.